And I'm just waiting for you to send the file over, and then I'll start screen sharing and stuff.
There we go.
Sweet. Fox Ditto. Okay, I'm gonna change audio settings. Oh yeah, it's way too loud. Um, okay, and then let me share this on Discord. I actually think I should share my full screen or like my full monitor so that you can see the notes at the same time. So let me try to
Okay.
do share screen, screens. Yeah, this this one actually. Okay, so let me this over here, this over here. Can you see the Google Doc and can you see the Melee gameplay?
Yes, I can.
Sweet. Like this is actually like still like zoomed in. I hmm. Heck, that's not what I want to do. Okay, it's a little better, but kind of too small.
A little bit. It's like my CRT.
Okay, yeah. How's this size? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Sweet. And then for the stream, sorry, I also need to fix this. I'm gonna put the notes on stream as well. Okay. Loons, what's up? We are doing some analysis. With me on the call is Rudayg0, and Rudayg0 is one of the people that enters the beginner tournament that I run. So just want a little bit of advice, and we're gonna watch some gameplay and kind of come up with some good things to practice, good things to think about in the future, all that stuff. Also, Loons, if you're still here, could you tell me if Rudaygo's audio sounds okay, like volume wise? And then Rudaygo, could you say some stuff?
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, so let me know if the volume is too soft. It sounds good? Thanks much. But yeah, we're going to be analyzing Fox Dittos, so no puff today, probably. But yeah, thanks for letting us know. That sounds good. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. And why Fox? Oh, well, this person just plays Fox. Rodrigo does. Um, and I think one thing I should mention to you, Diego, too. I mentioned this to Kay and other people I do analysis for, which is I'm not like, top 100 level player. So I don't have like, or have you ever seen the fiction videos? Like fiction gives
Yes.
lessons on YouTube. Yeah, they're amazing content. And like, you can learn a lot from watching those. But I'm not fiction, not, not that good yet. So I don't have a lot of the answers for you. But what I usually do in these with other people is like, I would show you how I would look at my own matches and like look for mistakes, look for things that I don't understand. Um, and then really by writing those down, you have like leads to like improve more in the future. You're like, oh, I can learn about this new thing, or I can ask around about this, or like practice this one specific thing, and then you can like get better and better. It's not like
Hmm.
analysis has to be like figuring out the best game plan possible because you've theory crafted like everything and you know top level everything, right? You can kind of just do
Yeah.
things as simple as find some mistakes or find things that like are confusing and learn more about them, practice those type of things, and they'll actually like improve you over time for sure. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, just putting that disclaimer out there. I'm not the melee god or anything. So
No, yeah.
yeah. And with that
Completely
said,
understand.
too. I want to do what I usually do with everyone is we do like one run through of the game because like especially if this is a recent game, it might kind of be like "Ugh, I don't really want to watch this because it's like kind of like painful like to see all the mistakes and stuff like that. But it's good to get it over with and it's good to watch your losses especially. Um,
Yeah, I tend to I immediately like a habit that I have is I always watch all my losing sets
your your
immediately after the
your loser sets.
tournament. Yeah, so like immediately like so anytime like that I lose a set, I always watch it immediately after the tournament.
That's impressive. And like, do you feel like you get anything out of that, or so you
I
keep doing it?
do. So I do, and then like I also like get like strong cringe
Yeah.
when I do it, and so like it's hard to watch, and like I try to pay attention, and I try to like just like you know pause here and there on movements that I'm doing, and like see what they're doing, and then I try to focus on like myself, and then I try to focus on the other player, like another playthrough of it.
Yeah, that sounds actually really good, and I'm impressed that you go that far because you're trying to improve. It's definitely like I think a lot of people don't have that determination yet at this like level for sure, and even like good players they don't want to watch their losses sometimes because they're like, oh, I know what I did wrong, like I don't need to watch it. But that's
See,
good that
and
you can take that. Yeah.
that's like a thing that I like. So like that's like a thing that I always think about whenever I'm like trying to ask like someone for like analysis. Like I always watch it and it's just like I know what I did wrong, but it's like I don't want just my own opinion on it. I just want someone else to say something about it as well. So it's like I don't know. It's just I don't know. I just don't know.
Oh no,
I don't know anything about it.
I totally agree. Like sometimes when you do analysis by yourself, it's like hard to know if like you're focusing on the right things or you're coming to the right conclusions or anything like that. What I would say is that so like if we watch this, I don't know if you saw the K stream how long it was, but like we go over like two games in like a couple hours, like
Oh,
we
okay.
actually just like looked at it a lot and talked a lot. And it's not like, you know, we went off on some good tangents too, but I will say like it is um if you ask someone to do analysis with them, like some people are down like me, right? But if you're trying to give them like a question that's more specific or easier for them to answer, when you do the analysis beforehand, like if you can come up with those questions that come out of the analysis, like how I was saying earlier that some things you do see in the replays are like question marks still, like it's like, oh, I don't know what to do in this situation. Like I know I kept like dying here or like losing, like but I don't know what to replace what I did, with a better option. Like what is the better option? But the good player is like you can just ask them what do you do here, and they'll since they just think about it, and they're like, oh, this is what I would do here, and then it's like they don't have to do a lot of critical thinking. So it's like
Because
a
they already done
convenient.
it so many times, so it's like second nature to them.
Yeah, it's a bit more of a convenience thing if you're worried about like making it easy for them. That could be a good way to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still saying I'm impressed that you watch your replays because a lot of people don't do that, and I think it's very commendable that you're taking more steps to analyze with someone else too. So I'm gonna actually write that down too. So if you're hesitant, and actually I don't know if you said you were hesitant. You're just saying that you weren't like sure whether to do solo analysis or something, or like you felt like the solo analysis wasn't the same. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna write it down anyways because I think it's a good point. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
You're hesitant about asking good, better players for advice. Ask them what they would do in a specific situation that you're still learning about. Ideally, something you missed in your replays that you got stuck on. Melovox says, don't forget to change the title. Thanks. I forgot that that was a thing on streaming because I'm a noob streamer. Um, Rudayg0. Fox Ditto analysis. Okay, TY. Okay, but let's do the initial watch, and then I want you to, we'll just watch it, and let me know if you have any thoughts afterwards, those things that stuck out to you. But
Okay.
we'll do initial watch, and then we'll kind of go, interaction by interaction afterwards, and go in more detail, basically. But for now, let's just take it from the beginning. Nice. Oh, that was interesting. I did not expect that. Stack. Oh, still dead, I guess.
So initially, what I noticed is he was calling out my double jumps a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
then
that's true.
I wasn't reacting or edge guarding his side Bs on the stage. The whole game, that whole game I didn't edge guard the side B, and then I also noticed that he was calling out, or not calling out, but reading my roll out of shield, like roll out of shield, and
Oh, I actually
then
didn't notice that, but sure. Reading, or getting red or rolls. And also, I realized for the stream, I should increase this size. Yeah, okay. Cool. Um, I definitely agree with the double jumps getting called out. Do you remember like how they were getting called out actually? I'm curious.
basically I would just that's how I'd approach with an aerial while he was
Hmm.
under platform, I think.
Hmm. Like you would full hop double jump at him or at Ed?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
basically
true. And then what would Ed do to beat it, to call it out?
full hop nair and full hop bear, I think,
Yeah, I
or
would say that's pretty
shine
reasonable.
or maybe whiff punish anytime that I didn't land the double jump aerial.
Yeah, got whiff punished, and then because you were going for like landing aerials and had a bunch of air time, got hit out of the air with an air. Yeah, I think I saw a bunch of these two things. Like either like Ed was waiting for the double jump and then like landing with an aerial, right? Because you're like
Mhm.
trying to get Ed to run into it,
So
or
yeah, so basically whenever I was coming down with either bear, he would rising nair it, full hop rising nair, basically.
yeah,
I think that's what I saw.
yeah, and especially because like the way you were doing it, I would say most of the time we saw like you're falling with the aerial, right? And if you're doing a
Hmm.
double jump before that, that's like a lot of time in the air. That's what I was just saying with this point. So like the whole time you're in the air, you're not like defending yourself basically. And Fox can actually challenge it by just going up there as well. So
Hmm.
yeah, I would say that's a bunch of good observations. It's pretty obvious then you have done practice like watching your games before, just by having this many good observations. Um, I would add, so like I like that you're pointing out all these habits too. I think one thing that I would say too, it's kind of just the truth about melee, um, is like there are a lot of neutral aspects like mix-ups, rock, paper, scissors, spacing, all that stuff. But one of the most important things is really just punish game. And I would say when we look at this next playthrough, or like, we'll watch it one more time and we'll go interaction by interaction, like you actually won neutral. I would say, even though you were getting called out for a bunch of these things, you won neutral a lot. Um,
Hmm.
maybe Ed won it like slightly more, but you were still winning it a bunch. But the thing is, a lot of your openings were like Nair or Shine, and then after it's a Shine versus another Fox, it's like a tech chase, right? It's either miss tech or tech rolls and stuff like that, and then you got to try to cover those. But basically, it basically just reset after like a single hit, which is like less than 10%. Versus Ed's hits were a little bit harder, I would say. So
Yeah.
I think that you know, it, it's kind of a motivating point and also a non-motivating point, I think, is that if you worked on your punish game and you were able to get like more openings per kill, like you don't even have to learn any like the mix-up stuff. You could just kill them, based on knowing the same amount that you did, but just with more practice, basically. Um,
Hmm.
and so that's usually what I tell people. Like, if you're trying to improve, just improving your punish game just by like, learning about more about DI and learning about like what moves are better for comboing and like how to get kills. Like those things are gonna be the most consistent way to improve. Because mix-ups, RPS, those still rely on like some luck, right? You have to choose the right option, based on instinct, habits, right? All that stuff. And that stuff depends on like your mental state and everything. But punish game is always very reliable, which is really nice. Um, so that kind of thing I would recommend focusing on based on what I saw. Punish game, um, off near openings, uh, is a huge potential for improvement. But yeah, I would just say like the way I usually do these reviews is we just look at what specific punishes you're dropping and how you could have taken those further. And a lot of the times, we can turn those into things to practice, basically. And then the next time, like, you'll get like more damage per opening, which means like you don't have to win neutral as much. Like you just play the same way and you could kill them more.
And then also in effect getting rid of like crouch canceling and just other kind of like defensive options at that point
What do you
after
mean,
getting.
getting rid of them?
Well, I mean, because like so certain aerials like you can't crouch cancel as a certain percentage, right?
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think, and so like you kind of just kind of so like anytime that I would approach, I don't have to be like afraid of crouch cancel, I guess.
Oh yeah. And I mean, okay, so I was being a little bit I didn't say the full of it, but Fox has the potential to zero to death other foxes. Like you've seen Leffen or you know,
Yeah.
like it's literally like grab a lot of times is death for the other fox if you get grabbed. Because the chain grab goes for a while, and then like if you're on a triplat stage, then you get comboed on the plats. If you're on FD, you just get juggled. So and you can get up smash, you can just get edge guarded with bear. The They actually have probably like I want to say it's like really low openings per kill. It's probably like 2 or 3 if they're playing good. So
Mhm.
it, and the good thing is like with tools like Uncle Punch, you can take your punish game like I mean it's 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 probably not going to be perfect or like 100% like Leffen or whatever, but if you can just copy what they do for like some of the things, it goes a long way.
Mhm.
But yes, I absolutely agree. Like even if you don't get the like zero to death, where you don't even have to think about crouch cancel or high percent how to get kills, you're absolutely right though that like even if you just get like 50% or something like that instead of like a one hit type thing, it's
Mhm.
really big difference for sure. Because Fox also definitely has edge guarding tools.
Yeah.
I think most of your kills were edge guards. One or two shine specs, I don't remember. But
I I think it was probably one,
yeah,
maybe one. I think it was one.
there was at least one because I remember it was nice. So good job on that.
Thank you.
Okay, though. So yeah, let's go pretty much interaction by interaction, and we can kind of talk about like yeah. I'm sorry, I'm kind of biased here, but I usually just say like, okay, here are the punish things you can work on, like dropped punishes or dropped execution, and those are the most easy things to improve on. Um,
Hmm.
the other things are always going to be nebulous because there's always going to be a time where like the roles were actually good or sorry, what was it? Yeah, the roles were actually good, or maybe it was like a really good side B by Ed or something like that, or it was good to double jump, right? Those are always going to be. It depends on who you're playing versus, and the habits and everything. Like the advice I can tell you is like always gonna. It's up to your instinct kind of to hone versus opponents and stuff like that, which is
Hmm.
it's tough. So we'll focus on the punish game, but we can definitely still talk about this other stuff too as we rewind.
Okay.
Also, yeah. So you have access to edit the doc because it's just anyone with the link. So definitely, I encourage you to write down some stuff too, because I'm sure that will help like make you feel like you're more involved in understanding all this. So
Oh,
let's
okay.
drop punishes, and yeah. Do you have the Google Doc open on your side?
I do.
Sweet. So I want to write down like every time basically you drop a punish, and then we'll figure out from there. Uh, prioritize list of to practice or to learn. And so what we're gonna do with or what I do usually with K, I've done this with like really good Fox players. Um, yeah, I've done this with SF stuff like that. Is we'll write down your drop punishes, and then we're actually going to rate them if they come up like multiple times, or like a times two or times three or whatever. And then when we
Hmm.
see how like what's the most frequent drop punish, then that's like kind of the high priority, especially if it's something that could have been a good punish.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's watch it. And I'll be pausing a lot, but of course, please speak up if you want to look at something one more time that I skip over, or you want to stop to talk about anything, because this is for you, and
Hmm.
there's no point if I'm just talking the whole time too. Like it's good for you to kind of like get what you want out of it for sure.
Hmm.
Okay, but with that said, or yeah, anything you want to talk about at this point?
Oh no, no.
Okay, then in that case, yeah, we'll do it. But I'll pause, every time we kind of want to look at that interaction. But definitely, absolutely, I encourage you to interrupt me.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Sorry, here's the first thing. I actually paused too early because I thought I got confused too with Sue, but you're the blue fox.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so this
right
is actually
there, I was able to approach with Nair, I believe.
Yep.
Right.
And you won neutral, right? You got this hit, and then they were actually in like a little bit of a sticky situation. Sorry, it's with grab, and you managed to get nair. Oh, it's a shield poke nair. That's kind of
Yeah.
interesting,
Okay.
but it's still neutral when nonetheless. You get a nair. Um,
And they look like they SDI'd it to get shield out.
yeah, it does look like that. It could also be honestly that it was just low enough percent that and it was like
Yeah.
a kind of
I,
higher nair.
they kind of just like land and then
Yeah,
they can shield.
yeah. So I guess here's a question for you too. So this was a drop punish, I would say.
Hmm.
Nair at low percent. Um, tried to shine, got shielded. Um, at low percent, do you like Nair? Do you like other moves? Like, how are you feeling about the Nair? Do you think it was fine to as a game plan?
Um, I feel like I could have got a better punish if I just grabbed.
Yes, that's absolutely true. So, um, and this is actually something I want to point out too. Are you familiar with any of like Fox's frame data? It's okay if you aren't.
I know that up tilt is a 4 frame like startup, right? I think like it's like it only takes 4 frames for up tilt hitbox to come out, and then the aerials I don't know anything about. Uh,
That's cool.
yeah,
That's why I felt chill.
none of the aerials I know anything about. I only
That's
know up
totally chill.
tilt
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and yeah, and shine. I think that's all I know.
Yeah, that's totally okay. Because the good thing is, I don't have anything really memorized either, especially not for my own character, like Fox, right? But the good thing is, it's pretty easy to look up. You just search like Fox melee frame data characters, right? And here's this website. Um, and So you're right. Up tilt actually comes out on frame 5, so it's pretty quick. What I wanted to show you was Nair. I wanted to show you the speed of Nair. So Nair is Fox's fastest aerial. It comes out on frame 4. So like if you looked at it frame by frame, after you press the A button, there's like frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, frame 4, and then actually you can hit someone on this frame. So it's pretty fast because everything's like 6, 4, it's tied with back air. Up air is 8, so a little bit later. Down air is 5, which is, pretty fast still. Um, but the thing you also have to factor in is aerials, if you're coming from the ground, you have a jump squat to like, get in there in the first place.
Yeah.
And Fox jump squat is going to be
4.
3. So
Okay.
basically, when you think about aerial speed, a lot of times you just have to add to +3 to everything. Like how fast is this thing? And so Nair is 3 plus 4, so it's gonna be 7. And for Fox grab, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Um, so they did a weird off by one thing here, like 6 frame startup, but then it's active on frame 7. So
Hmm.
grab um and nair from the ground take like very close to the same amount of time, basically. Um,
Hmm.
the only scary part is that Nair is like kind of like a in case you miss it, it's not too bad, right? Because it's still protecting you out in front, right? And like it's not that much end lag. But grabbing, if you whiff this, there's like a lot of kind of end lag, and I'm sure you've gotten punished for whiffing a grab, or you could see here the reason Ed was in this bad situation was because they whiffed a grab, right?
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, the thing you pointed out though, which is very accurate, is grab has a way higher reward.
Hmm.
Um,
Then rather than Nair shine at low percent.
yeah. Um, and because grab, I was saying this earlier, grab is literally the key to Fox's punish game in the Ditto and versus Falco as well. Because you have the chain grab and because you have such good, okay, it's the chain grab, it's the ability to set up for platform combos, it's the ability to set up for edge guards, and it's the ability to set up for a kill because you can get up throw up air or up throw up smash or up throw back air. So like
Hmm.
it basically does everything and it converts into each other because you can get a grab on the platform, combos, or you can get a grab from, another grab and all that stuff. But basically, yeah, I would say uh, if you're trying to do something like I don't want to write it here because this is like the drop punish section. But I think we'll keep it in mind right now. This is just going to be add to the list. Grab instead of nair more? Question mark. We'll kind of see if you need to do this more as we watch the rest of the replay. But we'll say grab has a way better opportunity for damage or kills, especially at low percent, because nair doesn't really combo into anything if they like CC or ASDI. Yeah. Okay, but we'll keep looking at this. This isn't really a combo, but that's fine. Okay, this was interesting too. You actually did this tech chase pretty well. So Nair
So,
Shine,
mhm.
yeah,
And then I was able to immediately dash forward or wave dash out of the shine into that dash back.
yeah. I think you did a lot of good things here. You got the wave dash out of Shine just fine. You're able to bait out a get up attack. This is just kind of unfortunate. It's kind of a weird situation. You get a Shine, which is great. This is a good idea because the expected value is well, you get a chance to kill here. You don't have to like work as hard as you would for like an up throw, right? Like comboing up vertically, which is fine. Shine here, and then what happens? Oh my god. Look, there was just like a little bit left stage here that they were able to get knocked down, and then they slid off shined you.
Hmm.
So this
See,
is
and I was going for double shines, just to like I don't know.
yeah,
Usually I catch people with double shine who are holding in
yeah,
because like
totally.
they hold in towards the stage, but then the I think it like I don't know if it does anything honestly.
At ledge, got slide off shined. Yeah, I think that there is a technique that you can use. It's up throw double shine. And so if you really want to look at it, the mechanics is that like you do the double shine because between the up throw And the first shine you do, there's like this knockback stacking property, so the shine doesn't send as far as normal. But when you do another shine, it actually knockback stacks in a better way, I think. I forget.
Hmm.
It's something weird with knockback stacking. Actually, yeah, don't quote me on that. I'm not a spacey player.
I'm not. Yeah, I wouldn't know either. But I mean, if it
But
does exist, it's like wow, I need to do that more.
yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if raw double shine has the same effect, except it does have like kind of a weird timing difference to it, like because they're not expecting, the extra delay that they would have to do and stuff. So I think it's fine to go for it. It's like I think it's pretty similar to normal shine, but I don't know actually if there's a difference. So I think it's probably fine to go for. So I think this one is just kind of unfortunate. Like Ed just had a really good defense here. I wouldn't hurt yourself too much for going for it, and I think it's a good idea. Like game plan point of view, if you review this game, I think it's a really good decision actually. But unfortunately, Ed just was able to use like the lip of the stage here really well.
Hmm.
But yeah, okay, let's keep going, and then I'll ask you to keep going with the notes on drop punishes for the next one. Okay, so this
So right
one,
there,
yeah, what happened?
I didn't. I didn't edge guard the side B at all from,
Oh,
or well, me being shine, they crouch cancel my dash attack, I believe. Right?
yeah. Yep, I would agree with both those things. So this one is also okay. It's shorten. It's not to ledge, right? So there's maybe a chance you could punish it, but it's hard to cover shorten anyways. Like I think you were like prepared to like. It looks like you're positioning for maybe a side B to platform or something, or like an up B startup. But the side B shorten over here was hard to cover. So yeah, side B shorten. Edge guard. Oh my god, I forgot. I started writing it again, even though I wanted you to do it. And then the other one you
Oh,
said was what?
uh, dash attack. Crouch cancel my CC, my dash attack, which led to being shined.
Yeah, I think that's
Especially
pretty accurate. Sorry, and you were saying I kind of cut you off because of Discord delay.
because they yeah, the dash attack at low percent is not a good idea. I
No,
would
no.
say.
I mean, you're not an idiot. It happens, but I would agree that this is something you would want to work out of your game plan because, like, why wouldn't you just nair or like or grab or something else that you know or drill or shine, the other options that can't be CC'd or what you should go for. You know that.
Hmm.
Go for a non-CCable option. Grab, drill, shine. And the good thing is all these are fast too. So it's not like you're losing speed based on these. But if you're curious too, we can actually just check how fast is dash attack.
Mm,
Dash attack comes
4.
out 4, so it is faster than like Nair and like the aerials, right? Because it doesn't have any jump squat. You just do it, right, and press it, and then it starts immediately. But like grab has that same effect where it's there's no jump startup. It'll be slower than dash attack, and so will I guess actually yeah, grab is slower than this, but shine is the same speed and it can't be CC'd. Um,
Hmm. Which dash attack can be so.
yeah, and also there is a small difference here. It looks like look this dash attack is about to happen. I'm gonna go frame by frame, but and it's actually in the air here. Yeah, look. So look, Ed is still in the air actually.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think there was any CC. It was just the fact that like it wasn't high enough percent for this to work even really.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oops, CCable option. So let's actually change this. Ed was crouching right before, but it's a little bit different too. I think this
Oh,
is
it's
honestly
that.
just like
It's
I
just
guess
a
it's actually
regular.
yeah low percent. What percent back? What's that? Yeah, I would just say it's like this then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and another thing I think that's important for um like when I do analysis too is always like, or when I see K struggle with analysis, it's always like it's easy to notice the mistakes, but it is hard to find like the answers. I don't know if you feel the same way.
Sometimes, yeah. I would say like in game, it's harder to like acknowledge like what you should be looking for, and like in kind of
Hmm.
like in like a heat of the moment type of thing, because like it's like you're in the game and it's like you can't really just like I'm doing this wrong. I need to really adjust to that because like I'm still playing. So like I
Oh,
struggle with like
totally.
that.
Oh, totally. That's super hard. And it definitely comes from, like, in my opinion, it comes from good preparation. Like, the better your preparation is to, like, have game plans that you can rely on and have, like, good habits built into your muscle memory, like, those things, like, carry you for sure. Because then you don't have to, like, work that hard to readjust or, like, adapt because you kind of, like, know it intuitively at that point is ideal.
And I would
But yeah,
say that most of the time my gameplay is kind of just I don't know how like I just kind of just wing it. I don't know.
yeah.
It's not like I have like a game plan going in. I just kind of just play the game. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and honestly, there is a beautiful part of Melee, which is like there's so many complex parts of it, right? Like mechanics that we don't understand, and things like players' differences and just in playstyle and stuff like that. It's like you can't really map out everything and like be prepared for everything, right? There's always gonna be like some level of um, what's the word to it? Like spontaneousness to it just because or like randomness to it just because of two people playing. The game's actually so complex. But I definitely, my point of view, you don't have to agree with this, is that the more you can learn about the game and like prepare outside and like build in muscle memory like I was saying and have like good baseline, it's like it helps you understand and deal with the spontaneity, like you controlling it and dealing with the other person's, just because you have like a baseline understanding and like muscle memory and stuff like that. Like it gives you a foundation to work with all this mentally and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I understand that.
And yeah, I mean, I think that um okay, yeah. If you feel like you understand it, then yeah, that's just my point of view. You don't have to agree with it either. But we have this one written down. Sweet. Let's keep going then. Unless there's anything else you want to talk about at the moment.
Um. So you said that that yeah, like I backed off and and basically let them back onto stage because of the side B.
Yeah, let's look at that if you want to talk about it.
Yeah. So yeah, so there yeah, I get shined.
Yeah. So here, let's take a look at where or what happens when you're actionable. So right now you got knocked down, so you missed a tech because it's like a really surprising shine. Totally understandable. And then you do your bouncing still, so it's still not actionable yet from you. And then you do a get up here or roll get up. Okay, roll get up. So double jump used here, and then they start to side B here.
And as soon as they do that, I dash back.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, this is actually pretty reasonable. Like, if you were able to react to the side B, like the sound of it, or just like the fact that like they're paused here, right? And it's been quite a few frames, so I think this is like reasonable to react to. Like, you're like, oh shit, I better like cover the inside angle here, right? Because they're like, oh, I'm side being at this height. It's time to cover over here. Um, I think you did a
Which
reasonable response, but they just had a mix up here.
which was the short end.
Yeah, yeah. So like, I think one thing you could do is um, I actually don't know what the correct answer is, but like some ideas are you could grab ledge and then like once you see them do like a full side B onto stage, then you basically try to punish the end lag with ledge dash and then like dash towards. But that also may be kind of hard because like I don't know if you can get there in time. Like I don't know if that's possible. Another thing you could try to do is you could try to throw out a hitbox to cover both the shorten and like just a straight angle. Like maybe if you did a short hop like back air here or something, like a long hitbox or
Instead of
something.
instead of trying to cover the long, just
Yeah,
throw an maybe just like a in place snare.
yeah, totally. That's what I'm thinking too. Like something that like hovers over the ledge, but also like they would run into it, right? Or
Hmm.
otherwise. Um, but I think this is pretty advanced to try to cover. Like you're trying to cover multiple options with, your one choice, right? Even though they could do multiple things still because they have a defensive mix-up. Um, so yeah, I would say not the biggest thing to focus on. Like I
Yeah.
think that they just played well here, honestly. Like it's fine to miss this one, here and there.
Mhm. Okay.
But I do like that you are what's the word for it? Diligent enough to go back to that. Thank you for because I realized I didn't really talk about it that much. Where is it though? Ideas could throw out in place nair, you said,
Hmm.
to linger over ledge, maybe catch full length side B. Um, could maybe hold ledge. Um, and I was saying like you ledge dash on. I actually think yeah, that's way too much time, or like that you wouldn't have time to cover center stage. But um, I would say this is the same value pretty much as covering center. It's kind of like you're hard covering one option, right? If you hold ledge versus if you hold center here.
Hmm.
So it's tough though. Like at some point, if you feel like you have the read or you can only cover one, then you just kind of cover one. But if you have the option or uh, if you feel confident, you can maybe cover multiple things. I think this is something worth looking into. And this is a good thing.
To try to
This
just
is
try to
what's up.
cover multiple options with like the
Your
one
one thing.
decision. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good thing. Like in melee, like it would be great if you could always do those things, but they're kind of hard to find, I think, and they're like more advanced usually.
Mhm.
But this situation, sorry, actually, in particular, I wanted to say this one's a good one to ask about. This seems like a tough enough situation to ask other Fox players about. So like,
Okay.
how do I cover side B short and ledge and on stage? Like not the platform height, just the one here. Like what do people do? And you
Mhm.
can get people's thoughts on it. Like even if they just suggest something, if if they're like they say, oh I do this, and then you ask them like why, and they're like, oh I'm not really sure. Like you don't even have to take their advice. You can just like, okay, it seems like it's hard for multiple people. Then like maybe that's just like a thing you have to guess on. But uh, I think this is a prime example of something that even if we don't know the answer now, if you think it's important enough, uh, asking around or watching YouTube videos to see if this comes up would be a good
Mhm.
idea to do.
Okay.
Cool. I'm down to move on unless there's anything else here.
Yeah, we can move on.
Sweet. So here's a dash attack. And then the get up attack it was like kind of impossible to really, do anything with afterwards, but so we'll just keep going.
So right there, my double jump got called out.
Oh, I didn't even see
After.
that. I was thinking about the jabs. Yeah,
So
the
yeah, I
jabs are
got the
interesting
jab
too.
and I crouched, but didn't get the shine out. I think that's what happened. And so I jabbed twice, and then yeah, I crouched because I think I wanted to shine, but instead just get.
Oh yeah, you definitely wanted to shine. You wave dash afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was trying to wave shine, but didn't get the shine. So that was a oof.
Okay, this is actually good too. So let's keep track of your execution mistakes too. That aren't necessarily punishes, just because sometimes defense or like anything you mess up is also worth just like noticing. So missed jab, shine input, wave dash after, went through. Yeah, let's write that actually.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, totally. I don't know if you double jump, did you?
Yeah. So I think the rings came out, or no, I didn't. It just got called that on a full hop bear
Yeah. And I would say
falling.
actually, I think you might have done this a couple times earlier in the game. Oh no, this was the first one? Really? Is it the first one?
Yeah,
Wait, I don't
that's
see.
the first one. Nope, that's the first one right there. There's the double jump there. He didn't really call it out, but he got away from it.
Yeah, you only did it once right now, I think. Yeah, then I would say honestly, this is game one. I think that's just kind of like a hard read. It's like this person just chose to basically do, okay, I'm gonna wait and then I'm gonna attack here. Like, and they waited longer than your attack, right? Because you just did full out bear here. Um,
Hmm.
so I think this is the category of thing that's like it's a mix up, like at the timing thing. Like you bit slightly earlier by deciding to come down with the bear, and then they actually punished you for it. So I don't think it's too bad though. It happens.
Yeah.
I do also think though, with the full hop kind of approach, I guess they're at 55%, but it would end at 55% like with the bear. Like you don't get any more hits afterwards though. So that's
Yeah,
also something to think about.
kind of just more of a risk rather than like a reward.
Exactly. I would say I would say the risk actually was medium or like medium to low because
Yeah,
it
and then
wasn't like a
either way,
predictable
like
thing.
yeah, I
Yeah.
picked like a hard like I hard committed to the full hop bear rather than like going for like a soft option at that point.
Yeah. I
Like
think
like
wait.
so like if I like maybe just did a an in place short hop nair.
Yeah, totally. Like there's more time for the full hop. Oops. I think I want to see this again. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you're like yeah, you did commit to the full hop there. Where you could have just like double jumped away or something like that. I don't think it was too bad like that you went for this decision other than like okay, like I think there's some safety to it, like if they just run in. But a
Hmm.
lot of times the way you set up this flop type bear is you set it up from further away and then they run into you. But this one is set up like they were actually right next to you before you started the full hop. So you could wait. So
Yeah,
they
so
would have
they
full hop
did.
here.
Yeah,
And if you just
yeah.
did like an instant option, then you can catch them. But if you do a full hop, then they have enough time to kind of be like, oh wait, this person might do an instant option, or like you might do an instant option, so I better like move away for that. So like
Hmm.
I think that I'm gonna write this down on prior to things of practice to learn, but I'm gonna write it lower. It's like less important. Don't worry about this as much, I think. Is full hop bear is a defensive technique. It's a low reward, right?
Hmm.
At non-kill percents. And generally low risk if you're using it defensively. Um, but don't use it as your like burst with punish like burst option. Like, because I have a feeling you reacted to them like whiffing something, and then you're like, oh, I should try and attack, but you attacked with the full hop, which is like the patient
Yeah,
option.
not ideal in that particular instance.
Yeah, to try to get a quick opening. But yeah, I'm writing it all down just in case you would like to think about it more. But I do think not that important. It's just like kind
Oh
of like
yeah.
a neutral decision.
I mean, either way, that's a great deal of help because it's like I do that a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say you do use full hop a lot, and you'll notice even though some of them get called out, there's a lot of ones that are just safe. Like it's kind of hard for Fox to really challenge you up there, like without committing himself, because it like just like it's the commitment for you. Like say you didn't full hop and then they full hop and then you're on the ground, like you being able to be like controlling the ground space, maybe whiff punish them, is scary for the other Fox. It's like oh shoot, I'm stuck in the air right now. I'm like kind of vulnerable. Can't shield, can't CC, you know. Okay, with that said, let's keep going.
Hmm.
Sweet. Okay, so
So
this
right there,
one, yeah, what do you think about this?
that one was the a whiff. Well, that was a call out because I double jumped into like falling bear, which was not a good an option at all, and then they just grabbed me for it.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and it's actually similar to this. Um, don't drift towards them with the falling bear generally. Like in this one and the last one, you were trying to hit them with the falling bear. Like you're really like, please, I'm trying to hit you with this bear. But the thing is, full hop doesn't have like that momentum or mud doesn't have that much momentum compared to like running options, right? You can only go like so fast horizontally, like it's pretty slow compared to Fox's grounded speed. Um,
Yeah.
so like it's just so slow, and there's the height, the visual cue of this. That and you use your double jump earlier, so it's like, oh, Ed knows you're coming down right now. Like it's time to like hit you on the when you land. So
Hmm.
I would say this is a habit. Like, um, do defensive options like full hop bear in place or drift backwards.
Opposite of
They,
where they're at.
yeah, yeah. Because you use it as a tool. Like if they're going to attack you, you call them out. Like it's like a lot of times I guess the situation is like if they do the short hop option towards you, then your full hop bear like catches them coming in because you avoid their attack and then you come down do your thing. But but yeah, I would say um yeah, your assessment was good. It's you use your double jump here and then they called out the same kind of timing, but it was the same opening that just happened, I would say.
Yeah. I think it's just gonna be a common thing in the game.
Cool. Well, then that sounds like a big priority for something to practice or like to replace with other things. Yeah. Oh, that was actually the same one, but Ed actually ran under you this time. Well, I'll watch it one more time. I don't know if you saw that because it's kind of quick, but you full hop
Yeah.
to the left, and then they
Mhm.
ran under you.
And then they basically did the same thing again.
Yep,
So
I
you
would say
have to.
so again. Um, so okay, this is actually moving up the list in terms of priority, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah.
But I mean, um, this is also good. Like the more we see you do this, I think the more it's clear that you're using this kind of like as your neutral, right? But you can replace it with some other ideas for sure, and then you'll have other things that you can actively apply. Because I was saying this before, or maybe I got sidetracked, but like it's hard to find the answers for what to do. Like it's easy to say like, oh, don't do this, but once we actually have stuff for you replace it with, it'll be I think feel better.
Mhm. And
But
then again,
okay.
I can just always go in the doc and then put what the answer I found to this particular thing that I'm doing. More.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah. So Ed has gotten like 5 hits here.
Hmm. Same
Ooh.
thing right there.
Yep, same thing. And then here 2 hits in a row. And you did get the bear. You actually won neutral there for a little bit. But it was like weak bear and then like not the high percent. So
Yeah, and there
yeah.
it calls out the
And
double jump right there with the full up there,
yep.
rising there.
Hit. Yep, you're right. Good eye. It was like you're trying to land with the aerial, so they interrupted it for sure. Ooh, and that was actually a really nice kill.
The I think it was a full hit up there.
Yeah, yeah, single hit. It didn't have
Yeah,
2 hits to it. Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah, it's a single hit up there.
Oh yeah, and
So
here's the
right
back
there,
air.
and then I drop it by immediately approaching with jump cancel up smash.
Yeah, it was just a little bit slow. Let's watch it again. So here's
Yeah,
your flop. You both double jump. So you're both like, oh shit, like we're right here. What do we do? Oh,
we
this
both do the
doesn't.
same thing, but mine's huh.
Yeah, and I will say yours is actually a way better bear than his because of like the percents. Like yours could set up for an edge guard, but you're like more center stage, so it's like his would hit you nowhere, right? And
Mhm.
so that's actually a little bit why of this is fine. Oh yeah, so Ed actually something interesting to note is Ed has been holding down in this game a bunch. That's how they got like the slide off shine, at the beginning of the game, and then this time too. Normally like bear send upward, but they held down, so then you ASD down to the ground basically, so it becomes a tech situation, a knockdown.
Mhm.
And so it's reasonable, like when someone unexpectedly holds down, it usually messes with your like reflexes. Like you're like, oh shit, I thought they're gonna pop up. Like, and especially because it reversed, you would expect them to go to the left, but
Mhm.
because it reversed, I think it's understandable that you're late or like you go for a jab, you're like shit, oh jab reset, I'll try to do that, but it was a little bit late. Totally fine.
Mhm. And
Um,
they were already in the get up process of the get up attack in the middle of the dash dance that I was doing,
yeah.
and then they were able
Oh,
to.
that's actually so close to hitting. You're just a little bit late actually, but I would put this in here. Tech chasing, drop punish. Let's see.
Little slow on the reaction.
Slow to punish get a attack.
Yeah, I was about to say that as well. The dash dancing too far away.
Nice. That's good that we're synced up. And yeah, I would also say too, up smash at this percent isn't really going to combo anything, and it won't kill either. So that's
Mhm.
something to think about too, in terms of like knowing when to go for kill moves. Because I would say like um so up smash, yeah, here's a pop quiz for you. It doesn't really matter. Do you think up smash is like slowish move or fastest move?
I think it's slow.
Yeah, I
I
would say
think.
it's reasonably like it's actually I think it's not too slow, but I think let's check actually. Smash attacks are at the top. Up smash is 7. So it's the same as grab. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's where it starts. So if you did grab here, it would have also whiffed. If you did the short hop nair, also whiff. If you did shine, that would work. Um,
Mm. So just
but
tech chase shine on there.
yeah, if you think you're slow on anything, shine is the we always we always mean it's like frame one. If shine is the fastest thing you always have to keep your combos going. Oh, Bill is asking in the chat, how do you analyze a man who works out the VODs? This is actually so funny. Did you have you been reading the LOM just Discord today, Rudayg0?
I have not.
There's a funny message. Ed sent a picture of him working out to or them, I don't know his pronouns, but Ed was working out to watching the some of the sets from yesterday. It was really
No,
funny.
no.
And so everyone's like, damn, that's the grind set. But it's just really funny.
Makes me self conscious and wants me to go to the gym.
No, I mean we're watching the videos too. We're just not working out at the same time, or at least I'm not. I don't know about you. You
I mean, yeah, it'd be a little hard, and I'd probably be breathing a lot harder.
know, to simulate tournament nerves or all that pressure.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, yeah, I was just curious if you could have done anything here. Like pretty much shine was the only thing if you realize you're late, but I think that's not too big of a thing to focus on. Okay, let's go on.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah,
So right
there's
there,
another bear.
probably yeah. And then like the shine after the bear was a little questionable.
Yeah, you do get this. I could see it like if you just remembered like your head was stuck in the last sequence, they did miss tech like because they held down right, so they just fall on the floor, and then the shine would cover that type of thing. But yeah, at this high percent too, you do want to be ready for like a tech chase type thing as well. Okay, yeah, so miss tech chase up there. Um, oh nice, you called out their flop.
And
Oh,
right there, I believe I misinputted turnaround, so it came out with
turn on bear. Yeah,
yeah. Instead of the bear, it was fair.
yeah,
Yeah.
your shine was also a little bit high, like because you want to cover like right here, right?
So I
So
needed
like
to
you,
go a little lower.
yeah, I would say for this angle, um, we're just gonna write down what you missed. So missed, um, Firefox angle. What is it called? To ledge.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is basically to ledge. Yeah. And then the input is mist, shine, turnaround. Put that here. Do you also know a random thing? This is super random. Do you know about the Armada Shine training in Uncle Punch?
Yes.
Cool. Do you ever
Where
use that?
they just up B and then you cut
Yeah, they just up B.
you just cover whatever option they're doing. I
Yeah,
have practiced it a few times. I I guess yeah, you could use it as like just like an edge guard tool too, instead of like just Armada shining them every time.
yeah. You don't
And
have to use it as the Armada Shine exactly. You can just use it
yeah,
to practice like basically shine bearing, normal bearing, or like just covering the ledge or like refreshing, like all that stuff. It's actually just a really good like simulator to help you feel comfortable on the ledge, I would say, and off stage if you go for the Armada Shines and stuff like that. So if we keep seeing this type of thing, then it might be worth it to play around in there, I would say. But yeah,
okay.
either way, I would say this is a good summary of it. Ooh, that one's tricky too because they got another nice shard.
Hmm.
So you got dash attack, right?
And I could have possibly just up smash right there in the corner.
Yeah. Or I was thinking shine too. Like here you're already dashing. Like you were here, right? Before your dash to the right. You could there's still a hit stun. You can go over and shine this, right? Too.
Yeah, since they're like at
Hmm.
a high.
Yeah. I would say missed. I think this is actually yeah the best opportunity to shine. I would say, or up smash is pretty good too if you have time for it. I'm not sure. Let's see. I should write this. Missed dash attack follow up uh, for DI offstage. Because and this is high percent notably because this is going to be a follow up. So it was a good decision to dash attack here. You can kill them off of it, so it's super smart. Yeah, and then this was tricky too. I think you were ready to cover the in again, but it's
Hmm.
tricky. I mean, it sounds like this actually comes up because okay, good foxes can not shorten, so maybe we'll put in a times 2 for this. Um,
The missed edge guard on
yeah, I
side
would say
B.
you backed off, and this also actually relates to like what you last did. Like when you backed off for the this, um,
Hmm.
it was you backed off like because you kind of only been getting one hit combos. Your I think your mindset was like, oh, I'm just getting one hit combos, right? But you had the opportunity to get more there. Um,
Yeah, like a missed opportunity there.
yeah, instead of more than one hit combo. Also, Bill says, I'm doing squats right now. I don't know if you're trolling, but if you are, good for you, Bill. Nice, you got shield in time. Nice. Ooh, okay, yeah. So now this is turning into have to learn how to cover Shorten, basically.
Hmm. Yeah, for a fact. I had like it's like I have like no idea what I'm doing at that point because I always go towards the center of the stage every time I hear the side B noise. That's what it seems like from like
Yeah,
watching me play. Like just from the point where he's in the side B, I immediately am turning around.
yeah. And I would say, like I was saying before, or at the beginning of this, I was saying it's a mix up, right? It's like if you don't know which one you have to do, it's fine if they guessed right, you guessed wrong. Like that happens. But it is good to be able to, if they're doing the same one every time because they think you can't cover it, then you gotta take it from them. So yeah, covering shortened is becoming more and more important, I would say. This one was tricky too. Like, I don't know if you can actually get there in time. My idea would be if you're on stage, you can try to run and shine them. Like, it's not like they're invincible or anything, you know? So, and they like fall to the ledge usually, right?
And plus,
So,
and plus, Fox's side B doesn't spike.
yep. So there's not a huge risk. I was even thinking you just basically you run to the ledge. You don't have to go off stage. You basically just go like right at the ledge and shine because it goes like this, right? There's a little bit of big hitbox. But run to ledge shine. Oh yeah, and there actually I didn't realize you're like, yes, they're gonna shorten again or something, but they after they see you commit to
Yeah.
this, they're like, yeah, well, here. Nice. Um, so this was a hard follow up. Would you agree with that? Like you had to really read them double jumping.
Hmm.
You just went for
Which
it. Like, yeah, this was
yeah.
like sick, but it's also harder than you needed to make it.
Hmm. Especially at the percent that they're at too.
Yeah, exactly. Because you had a bunch of kill move access here. Like, I want to show you something. Um, yeah, so the Shine actually luckily sends them off stage, but um, what I would do here, if you want to be more consistent than have to do like an edge guard with recovery mix-ups like we were talking about, because they could have shortened again or something, right? If they had their double jump shortened here, it might have been really hard for you to cover it. But if I were you, drill grab is one of the craziest things in the Fox Ditto. It's it's hard to make it a true combo, but it works a lot in practice. Um,
That is a thing that you mentioned that like probably the second to last LOM that was I believe that you were telling me to do that. No, it wasn't the second to last. I think it was the one the LOM where Swole was able to take a set from me.
hmm,
That's whenever
I
you
was
said
telling you drill
to
grab.
yeah to drill grab against Puff more. And
Yeah.
I guess I should probably just try to apply that to just every character. I guess
Yeah.
I don't.
So, um, I guess here's food for thought, which is, um, do you remember why I said grab was good in the Fox Zero?
Yeah, because it just leads up to more reward rather than like doing a one hit combo.
Yes, exactly. So grab will always give you like even if you don't have like the most refined punch game, grab always gives you at least one more hit. It's either like up throw up air, up throw nair, back air, up throw up smash, right? It's always at least one more thing. So absolutely. And the really important thing though is that grab is a kill combo for Fox in the Ditto. Like um and it's like low percent builder, so it's even good at low percent, but especially at high percent if you need help, finding a kill. Um,
Hmm.
like basically you just do drill grab here, and then Fox at such high percent, you can literally do anything. You could do nair, back air, as long as it doesn't bend to the right horizontally, you're chilling. You could do up air, um, some GIs you can do like up smash too, right? And actually get a kill. But yeah, I'm gonna say this. Drop. I would say this is like the kill you got here was so much of an outplay, like a read that it is like a little bit of like you could have done something more consistent here,
Hmm.
even though it was sick. I admit that for sure. Um, drill shine instead of drill grab. And so like in melee that just like the more percent they have, the more hits done. So like drill grab becomes more of a true combo at higher percents. So like the reason people drill shine is because at low percents they're worried about the grab being too slow. Because grab comes out
Hmm.
like 7 frames, shine comes out 1, right? So it's like, oh, that has a way higher chance of actually connecting it in something. But the shine, the only reason you shine really is because it's fast and it can hopefully lead to grab. But if you can just get the grow job right away, then there's no need for the extra like difficulty of a tech chase or like a read or something.
Hmm.
And I would say that still applies to some of the earlier stuff we saw. Like you would get some shines, right? But you have to do the tech chase afterwards, which is hard. But if you just get drill grab, you can even like pummel for a second and be like prepare yourself for the throw combo as well.
Hmm.
And I know I'm talking a lot. Sorry about this.
Oh, it's
The
okay.
re- Yeah. Thank you for letting me talk then. The reason I was saying drill grab is good in Puff Ditto, or in Fox Puff, like why do you think that is?
It keeps her grounded, I guess, because I would say Puff
Yeah,
is better in the air, and
that's true.
then
That's true.
them being a floaty, I guess. Drill that has like I don't know. Drill has properties that is better, I guess. I'm not sure.
I mean, those are totally reasonable guesses. Yeah, if like I don't really know all the mechanics of melee either. Yeah, I think people do say it works well versus buff, but I was actually just trying to say like I was trying to connect it back to this. Like for like the Fox Ditto, we said drill grab was good because it leads to a lot of stuff, right? And what does grab mean in like the puff matchup? I would say, ask you.
I guess it would be immediately like a 0 to death if it was at the right percent. If I got the drill grab, because it would just drill grab up throw into up air.
Yep, totally. You do drill grab, up throw, up air, and you kill them off that if they're at the right
Hmm.
percent. Um, but certain characters like Peach or yeah, I guess Peach is the big example. Up throw up air, like the good Peaches will air dodge out of your up throw up airs. Like it's not like it's either like a really frame tight combo actually, like if the Peaches know how to air dodge, or like it's not even a true combo. And you just like catch them by surprise. So like in that matchup, you don't want to drill grab because the grab leads to nothing. It doesn't kill them. But in that matchup, you have shine into up smash, like shine wave dash out up smash.
Hmm.
So like you don't need to apply the drill grab universally, but it's good in the matchups where you think grab can lead to good things, like more combo
Yeah.
moves or kill moves.
Rather than just getting the drill shine and then not knowing what to do.
Yeah, and honestly, like part of the reason why Fox is so busted, people say that, is because basically the coverage of like characters that drill grab is bad versus like so we're saying like Peach, um, I would say like Samus falls in that category too because you don't get anything off throw. I don't know if you've played Samus
Uh,
before. Um,
I have.
yeah, but then grab leads to like not you can't up throw over Samus, right? Um,
Yeah.
what's another one? I'm trying to think. Because you can't up throw up throw that easily. I don't know. But basically, both like Samus and Peach, and like you instead of drill grab, you just go for drill shine up smash basically. So like the characters that you can't drill grab, like kill from up throw up air, a lot of them you can just drill shine up smash instead. So like Fox has good options to kill depending like no matter who the character is.
Hmm.
But yeah, um, drill grab. Though the long tangent on why drill grab is good, but and and for the Foxtail, yeah, drill shine. It means you can get something off shine, like you could up smash miss tech, you could tech chase miss tech, but it is another step for sure. Like it's hard. So,
Hmm.
but okay. Do it right down drill grab. I think we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
Drill. Yeah.
And then you get the nice shine. Well played. Oh yeah. So there's another bear.
Another double jump there. That was a week, but and I didn't get anything out of it. Just I had to shield basically immediately after.
Yeah. One. So I'm gonna say times two for this. Oh wait, this is not bear. Sorry. Where's bear? I guess it's different than this though, because this was just like you're drifting in with the bear. I want to
Hmm.
say, um, we'll put this under the same category as this, which is low percent um bear hits, no follow up. Because the other ones actually they had viable follow ups because it was like high enough percent that it
Hmm.
like was a knockdown or something like we said on these ones, right? And it was
Yeah.
those were hard to follow up on, but it was possible. But this one, there's no possible follow up. So.
Hmm.
Even though you did win neutral, like you caught them at a time where they were not able to protect themselves. Actually, I want to see this too. When you get a couple percent, I think it's here, right?
Yeah. So maybe with a grab.
Yeah, like you could drill here, right? You can imagine like the
Hmm.
drill comes out right here, around their tail or legs, and then you get yeah something juicy. But the bear is what it is. Yeah, and no double jump here. Oh, that's why you went low. I didn't realize because you didn't land.
Yeah. Basically I was just like they're gonna cover the edge,
Yeah, yeah, and
and
I
then
mean
they.
honestly, this was a crazy thing you did. Wait, where is it here? Okay. Oh no, no, it's earlier.
Yeah.
Like this because I was like, Oh, I thought earlier when we watched it the first time, I thought you had a double jump. So I was like, why did you go down this low? And then your up B, like perfectly sweet spots. Like, look, it's like perfect. I was like, oh
Yeah,
my God, you're just like a genius. It was actually really cool, actually, because the spacing is great. But
yeah.
uh,
I would have to say that's probably one of the most successful panic up Bs I've ever had.
yeah, it was all calculated. Ed was like, oh my God, this person's amazing. They're tough. They know what they're doing. But I want to point out this drill shine coming up. Like, good choice for the drill. And the shine's fine because like low percent, you maybe you're worried about like, oh shit, I don't know if I'm like I hit them low enough, right? Because if you hit them high, then
Hmm.
they have more time before you land. But if you hit them low, you're like you're not sure, like okay, I'll go for shine. And it was reasonable. You're like, oh shit, there's tech chase, and they're like, oh shit, like I'll go for this, right? But I think it's hard to practice. I would go for drill grab. Drill shine's okay too, but
Hmm.
it is something to practice then for sure. It seems like because you go for it a lot. Drill shine, tech chase. Oh, we didn't have any of these actually. Cool. Shine, tech chase. Cool.
And then from there, I think I lost that, yeah, like that little interaction because I dared onto stage from ledge.
Oh, let's see. Sorry. So yeah, you whipped up smash, then you get shined.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. You dare fledge, which you've done twice already. I would say the drill's okay because maybe it leads to drill grab, but it is scary because you could die for this too. If
yeah.
you can ledge dash, that's
Especially,
ideal, but
I I took. I don't. It's like the one thing that I just like took from Leffen is that I was just going to stream one day and I was like, what should I do to like get better at ledge dashes?
Mhm.
And he's like, he verbatim said, you shouldn't worry about ledge dashes if you're not good. And I was like, oh well, I guess that is true. I'm not that good, so I shouldn't worry about it. And I was like, and then he further like explained like, yeah, you should worry about like what you should work on like is just punish, edge guarding, and like just basic movement, and then upgrade yourself to doing more higher tech stuff, and then probably ledge dash should be like one of the last things that you should really get good at.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I don't think everyone takes it like that, but I do think that's reasonable for sure. Like, because all this stuff is high value too. And if you have access to normal getup, which has some invincibility, or like roll,
Mhm.
which has some invincibility too, like it's not too bad. You could side me off the ledge as well, like Ed did earlier this game, and Ed was able to
A,
recover.
a thing that I'd noticed that I didn't do at all in this game is that I usually like a lot like I mean I got in the habit of doing it more, but then again it can just get like called out. I would side B reset on the ledge a lot,
Mm-hmm.
like sweet spot the side B to like re-grab the ledge multiple
Mm-hmm.
times, and then decide to either dare on the stage or kind of just get on stage and then dash away, or just do another aerial on the stage.
Gotcha. Yeah, I would say, yeah, the aerials on the stage, if you have some mix-ups like refreshing ledge or side being onto stage or normal getup, I think you're right that it's not like a huge thing you need to add to your arsenal.
Hmm.
So in that case, let's keep going. The drill, sometimes it's gonna get punished though.
Hmm.
Yep. Okay, and
Right
this is
there.
another one. So it's
Oh yeah.
basically aerial shine tech chase.
Hmm.
Because that was Nair times two. And so they are missing tech a lot, but either way, I think it's something that's going to be something to practice here.
I'd say that was a good roll out of the dash attack beam since I was at a high percent.
Oh yeah, not definitely good way to get back to center here.
So right there, I believe that I got punished because I jabbed one more. I think if I would have just jabbed shined, it would have led to more reward rather than jabbing twice and then being shined for it. Especially since they're at low percent.
Yeah, I would say that's reasonable. Um, so you're going for jab, jab, shine?
I think I tried to go for jab shine. That's usually what I try to go for, but I think I jabbed one more time into that, which was probably a misinput. But
Okay,
it's
actually, then
just
this is yeah, this is a misinput times two then, because
hmm
this was here. Yeah. Okay. Here's my tech. I would consider this same thing. It's like a shine tech chase times three.
hmm doing the same thing again, trying to double jump there.
Here's another one. Like, and I want you to know too, like, basically, all these drop punishes are opportunities where you basically won neutral. Like, and look at all these.
hmm
Like, even if you didn't have the 0 to deaths, if you had 2 to deaths, or sorry, not 0 to deaths. Like, even if you didn't have one openings per kill, if you had two openings per kill, then you got like more than 8 openings, right?
hmm
Or even if you had like 3 openings per kill, it'd be good. But I actually want to see the Slippy stats here. Yeah, your openings per kill was 9.5, which is like if you could bring it down to like 5 or something, like yeah, it would be a huge difference basically because you're winning a lot of these actually, like getting so many openings.
But not reaping the the I guess the follow up after winning
Yep,
neutral.
yep, totally. Yeah, it's kind of like um yeah, I would say that like a lot of or maybe this isn't true, but the vision I have of yeah, this is just like a stereotype. So, but if like Street Fighter players or like people who come to Smash, like I kind of envision that they have like aspects of neutral, like they can win neutral, but they don't have like a lot of the execution or game knowledge to like like when they first start to like
hmm
actually kill their opponent off of it. So it's just like they just get all these baby taps, and it's cool because they're definitely playing the game, but not in a way that will win. It's like they have all the hard parts, or like they have a bunch of good things, but you can't win basically if you don't have a punish part.
hmm
And honestly, yeah, I would say I bet you've won neutral just as much as Ed at this point. Neutral wins? Oh yeah, the stat is here. Yes, literally, this says that you have 17 neutral wins, and then Ed has 15 neutral wins in the Slippy Replay
hmm
model.
Wow.
So, yeah, like even though you have these bad habits and they're getting called out, right?
hmm
Ed is calling them out in a way that gets like multiple hits or going for some grabs. Like, and I don't know if you remember some of these, but Ed has had some pretty good like platform follow ups off up throw, off
Yeah.
hitting you there, and like it hurts not having those, and then your opponent has those for sure.
hmm and then like from what I saw, like yeah, he's getting better follow ups on his neutral wins rather than like me. I get like a neutral win, but it's just a one hit combo usually.
Yep, I agree with that. And part of it is like the move choice, like we were saying, like you could go for drill grab instead of drill shine, and then part of it is too is like you could work on the drill shine follow ups,
Yeah.
Tetris afterwards. But either way, it sounds like I think we've hit a good theme of like what is something you can work on. And the good thing is, like yeah, I was saying like tech chasing is literally applicable in all the fast faller matchups. I'm trying to think if it's useful in anywhere else. Yeah, I would say it's useful in all the fast faller matchups to be able to improve your punish game, like with grab, with shine, tech chasing, all that stuff.
Okay.
Okay, they
That
died
was
to
just
shine
like an
there.
SD. Yeah, it was an
It was kind of
SD.
like an SD. Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. You have the tech
And then
chase
right
here.
there, and then right there, like I think I was just like probably like 3, 4 frames off from this. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. This is so close to hitting, but it is what it is. And but
Yeah.
good on you actually. If you got hit by this, that would have been bad because you get hit off stage, right? And you would
hmm
like yeah, that would have been terrible. But I think everything you did here was great actually. You got the tech chase off the shine, you got the double shine you wanted earlier, and then you almost got
hmm
the shine spike. But you do have to accept the risk. When you go for edge guards rather than like comboing, like they'll always have defensive mix-ups when they recover, like Fox players, just because Fox is a good character. He has side B shortens,
Mhm.
up B, double jump, shine stall, right? There's a lot of good things that Fox can use to like avoid some recover edge guarding ideas, right? Um,
Mhm.
so like edge guardings will always take you have to win the edge guard. It's not always going to be like free. Like can't like guarantee that this will work. Which is
Yeah.
why like some people prefer to play the style of like build and damage, and because Fox definitely can do it. Like you have the guaranteed combos of up throw. You have the
Mhm.
chain grab, which is guaranteed to like 50, 60 ish, and then platform combos can sometimes lead to off the top kills, or if they don't lead to off the top kills, when they have more percent on them because you did the guaranteed combos, the edge guard will be easier, right? Because they get hit further off stage, so there's a better flow
Mhm.
chart. So yeah, I would say that like even though this is good, it relies on luck because you
Mhm.
have to outread them at some point. Like if you knew nothing about them, you go for a read, but or like you just choose something. And it was good. I like the confidence here is good too because a lot of the times I noticed. Remember we said or like we saw you get an opening and then you back off when it's like an edge guard
Mhm.
opportunity. This was a good fix for that. So it shows you're definitely thinking about like trying to correct your mistakes and going for a good option. So well done
Mhm.
too. It's just unfortunate that that didn't hit, but
Yeah.
okay, where does this one go? Low percent bear,
Mhm.
times two.
Mhm. And no follow up from it. Ends
Yep.
up to me getting comboed to
Yeah. Actually, how did this happen?
70%. So
Oh
I
yeah.
missed. So I tried to bear, hit it, but then ended up wave dashing towards because I thought he was gonna still be grounded, and then ended up full hopping bear platform
Yeah.
cancel. I think.
It was really the wave dash and lag got you buried here, which is unfortunate. And
Mhm.
then shield afterwards. Yeah. And so like yeah, notice this. This wasn't a true combo. Like you shielded here, but Ed was still able to follow up with grab and like I think it's definitely a mix up. Like you could have rolled or spot dodged to get out of here, which is it's fine if you held shield because you're like maybe they'll aerial me and it's too quick to react. But like the ground is just so scary because let's see what happens here. Oh, okay, just two hits, but it's ground plus two hits is 30%, so it's
Mhm.
good. Okay, shine tech chase times
Yep.
5. And the thing is, like, these aren't bad shines either. Like, because some of them, like, there was like an awkward position, like Fox is behind you or something. You're like, oh shit, like I can't like turn around that quickly, or like my the input is easier just to shine. That's totally a fine
Mhm.
reason to shine, especially because it's
Or
fast.
expecting them to like go the other direction, and then it's like
Yeah, yeah.
they
Or you're
didn't.
just like this covers like both sides of me for sure. Like it's good, but
Mhm.
it does mean like you're getting these openings, but it has to convert some more, I think. Yeah, and this is tough, but it's kind of the same thing earlier. Like edge guards are tough. You have to win a mix up. So it's yeah. Missed edge guard on I don't know what to call it. Side B to stage.
Mhm. And that could have been one that I covered,
Yeah, this could have been one
but
where you went over here. I think. Yeah.
yeah.
But because the thing is, like literally, sorry, literally Ed could have just been like ignoring you the whole game and been like, this time I'm just gonna randomly do not shorten, right?
Mhm.
Um, and it's just like it's luck. Like literally, you can't control like the mix-ups. Like sometimes you'll win them,
Yeah.
sometimes you won't. But and so you can't shoot yourself on the foot for missing these. It just means like you can't always go for the chance ones. Like
Mhm.
the more guaranteed stuff is useful because it can I guess guaranteed, do some damage. Nice idea though. Nice. Ooh, nice idea. This one, why was this a drop punish? So you get an up smash,
Yeah.
pretty good, and I guess it's just too high percent. I don't know if you thought it would kill maybe.
Um, I thought it could have just led to
57%.
more of a ledge guard, like another
Hmm.
edge guard opportunity. Like so, like
Yeah.
maybe weak air hits, and they try to do another, maybe a panic side B or just up B right away.
Yeah. I think that's totally reasonable. Like up smash is a pretty reasonable combo tool, But this is a percent where it doesn't work. Like you saw it here, Ed flew too high, and even though you were pretty quick to try to get the snare, I think which was like good after you do the up smash, like up smash is not the best combo tool. You do it if you need like the horizontal range, I would say, but grab is pretty much always better. And
Mhm.
what we just talked about earlier was up smash is 7 frame
Frame
startup.
slower. Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
So the grab is 1 frame lower, I think, right? Or no, they're the
uh,
same. They're the same.
yeah, it's the same. It's the same because 6 frame startup. I don't know why they did this. It just comes out in frame 7. It's
Yeah.
the same.
Okay.
So like
Yeah.
pretty much. And the thing too is this is a laggy move too. 40 or
Mhm.
like 41 instead of like Nair or something, right? I don't know what Nair is. Okay, wait, Nair is 49, except you usually like interrupt the landing, because you L cancel
Mhm.
it. So you
Yeah.
land with like the hitbox still out, so it's like still good. Um, but this is risky. It's actually even riskier than grab, right? Yeah, grab was
Mhm.
like 30. Yeah. So like in general, if up smash is not going to kill, you would usually just go for grab again. The only reason to up smash is because of the range. Like maybe you need the extra range on it to try to combo more. And you see some foxes do this. Like I don't know if you've ever seen like in the chain grab. Sometimes people do up smash because they're like, oh shit, like I can't get there in time, so I just up smash.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say drop punishes. This is percent knowledge, or move choice,
Mhm.
however you want to look at it. So I'd say um, high percent or mid percent up smash that doesn't kill and doesn't combo. Grab instead, um, for more like for better punish or shine or aerial for safer option.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah. That seems better.
Sweet.
Cause yeah, I had no yeah.
Yeah, and
Until
like you were
now, it's
fast
just
out
like
of
yeah.
that. You were fast
Mhm.
out of it actually, but it's like not possible. And actually,
Mhm.
I'm realizing something really funny, which is none of your drop punishes have involve grab. Actually, do you notice that
Yeah.
too? It's because you
Mhm.
haven't grabbed at all, even though it's really
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah. Like grab is like the one thing I just don't whiff punish. Like I don't whiff grab. I guess out of all the approaches I've had, grab wasn't one of them.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird to
Just
think
raw
about it like
grab.
that, right? Yeah, but
Yeah.
it, uh, it is true. It's like you don't want to use it in neutral that much because it doesn't protect you. It's kind of laggy if it misses. But the thing I would recommend you think about is for the tech chases, try to get grab afterwards. Try to jab reset them grab. Try to react to their tech option, like tech in place or roll, and get grab out of it, because that's
Hmm.
the ideal thing to happen, basically. Um,
Hmm. Especially in the Fox Ditto.
yep, especially in Fox Zero, especially if you have time to practice your chain grab. Like, if you practice the Fox chain grab, do you feel, or sorry, yeah, do you feel confident in it or not yet?
I would feel like so like for a fact like the Fox Ditto is like the one thing that like I really haven't put that much time in, but I feel like I could probably chain grab pretty efficiently if I just like put my mind to it.
Okay,
Especially if
that
I
sounds
was
good
like,
then.
I'm going for the chain grab immediately, or like I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit into like my gameplay
Yeah, totally. I
or game
believe you
plan.
because I would say you're pretty technical so far. Like, we actually haven't noticed that much missed execution. There's a couple things, but that's everyone, right? Um,
Hmm.
I do think that you should be proud of your execution pretty much so far. But um, that makes me say let's change this. So I know we were harping on this the full out bear thing, but it's usually more fun to practice your offense. So I would
Hmm.
say let's bump this up. And there's a couple ways that I would recommend like learning this more. So practice, I would say, um, um, and yeah, yes, yeah, this is still true. So practice chain grabbing, um, from 0 to 50, up tilt, and then aerial afterwards. I don't know the exact percent. 50 is around where the chain grab stops working, and you can get it on all the eyes, literally. Practice doing shine tech chase into getting a grab.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could do this, you would. Sorry, Ed. Like you would have win. You can win this game if you were able to do some of these like
Mm-hmm.
once or twice. I would say.
Yeah. Or it would even it up a lot more.
Yeah, totally. So, and how do you feel about this? Do you think you feel comfortable with this stuff so far that I said?
Yeah. Pretty
Okay.
comfortable.
Then, then I think the next thing is focus, and then like these are both solo practice things. You can do both of these in Uncle Punch. And do you have Uncle Punch? You said you knew the Armada Shine
Yeah.
training, so probably, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, I do.
Then you can just boot up the combo training and you can do chain grabbing, so like, raw grab. And then you can also do the shine ones, which will be a little bit harder, but it's like a step up from this. Um, and then what I want you to do too is a lot of times in Melee, I think a lot of the difficult part is like people solo practice and then it's hard to like, translate things to games because games are different. You're like a little bit, there's so many things going on in games. But I would say if you've seen any of K streams, what K does right now, maybe we could pull it up. More. K has practice goals on screen. Oh yeah, perfect. It's perfect. I don't know if you can see this. Wait, my my settings are blocking this. What if I do this? Okay, that didn't work. Or can you see this still?
Yeah, I can see the daily goals.
Okay, so yeah, K literally has daily goals, and what you do is like when you play friendlies, if you're gonna play a Fox Ditto, if you're gonna play Falco, if you're gonna play Falcon, even is really still applicable. Chain grab a little bit less so, but it's the same idea. That grab is crazy good. Um, like literally just having a goal in front of you that you focus on like is more important than winning. Like just figuring
Yeah.
out like how am I doing versus my goals, and like if you're learning something about it or like getting practice in versus it in game, like that's like way more valuable than ego or anything. And especially if you're playing with someone like that, either on unranked that doesn't care or playing with someone who like knows you're practicing, like then it's super like efficient, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's
my
more
recommendation to
worthwhile.
you, yeah, my recommendation to you would be after you've done some practice with or solo practice with above, make it your focus in game to go for grabs. Drill grab and shine tech chase grabs and get opportunities to practice versus opponents.
Okay.
And then after you do this, you should be able to see like I'm sure it'll be awkward at first because it always is incorporating new stuff. But like
Mm-hmm.
this is the process I would do to add new stuff to my gameplay after like analyzing. Be like, okay, here's the problem. Like find an answer to something, and then practice it in solo practice if I need to. Because even like some basic stuff like movement, like a lot of times you still like need to build muscle memory to do it. And then you also have to build like the visual cues for the muscle memory, like when you actually get to do it in game, the stuff leading up to it, all the stuff. And then that's another, bit of effort, but it'll flow together seamlessly eventually.
Okay.
Cool. Well, how are you feeling about this prioritization then? Like right now we have it the grab stuff and how to practice that, and then right now we just have it like don't full out bear more defensively, but
Mm-hmm.
we can refine that too later. But any thoughts or anything you want to add right now?
Um. Off ledge. Off options from the ledge. I would have to say practice some different types of options for that. Um. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else.
Sweet. And yeah, that was a super good suggestion. Like this stuff is super valuable, especially if you die from it. Like, because if
Mm-hmm.
if you do some of these ones that don't have invincibility, then it's like it is a huge risk if you are doing a predictive bleed because they will kill you if they're good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a good call out. But okay, if you're good with that, we'll keep going. And also, I wanted to ask, how are you doing on time? Are you good to keep going?
Yeah. If we could just probably like finish it up within like the next 10-15 minutes, it's fine.
Yeah, let's try to do that because I think we have like good things to focus on. And I mentioned this was good versus Falco. Of course, like it's basically the same thing versus Falco. Like you can do drill
Hmm.
grab, you can do shine chase into grab, and then um
Which is also a matchup that I struggle with.
yeah. And the more you understand your punish game, like the more you practice it, like say you did this process for Fox and Falco, right?
Hmm.
After a while, like it'll be in your muscle memory. Like you don't have to think about it at all. It's just like, oh, this is just what you do to get like kills, right? Um,
Hmm.
and then after that, like it'll be way easier to focus on the neutral because you're just like, oh, if I know how to like, I can think about a like kind of creative way to get a shine or get a drill. Then it's like, oh, then I just like do the easy thing now because I've been doing it for like months maybe.
Hmm.
But yeah, like punish game is the whole basis for winning in melee at least, and like basically like making everything simpler is have a good punish game, and the rest is just like oh I just mix up between these options, or like it's easier to focus on everything else pretty much.
Hmm.
But yeah, I will stop talking. We'll get back to the gameplay.
Okay. So I think from here, basically, I start to just, I guess, crumble. Because, yeah, I get that stock taken, and then I think I only add on probably like 15%, and then he ends up winning the game. Or not even. I don't even think I end up adding any percent.
Nice tech. Oh yeah, and then it didn't matter because of the weird up smash. Oh, oh,
Yeah.
and then drill from ledge got punished. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, cool.
So
I well this
basically,
was
things that we talked about, everything
yeah
that
yeah
I
yeah.
that we prioritized is what ended up happening at the end of the game.
Yeah, and I would say that's pretty normal. Like you only really have to analyze games for like maybe like half of it to really get an idea of how it's playing out a lot of the time, or like
Hmm.
things to work on. But yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
maybe in another time we can do this. So we can do this for like a different matchup.
oh, totally, yeah, um, yeah. So yeah, I know you said you have 10, 15 minutes ish, and you wanted to wrap up.
Hmm.
Um, how are you feeling? Anything you want to talk about? Like to retouch on? We could review some of this too more. Oops, I don't know what happened, but
I mean,
yeah.
I think we have like an adequate amount of info on what to learn and practice for now, anyways.
Yeah, totally. And you're right. Like you don't need to overload it because this is a big thing, and it the good thing is it'll have a lot of benefits. But yeah, it's big.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I think yeah, this is fine. Just need to apply it more.
That sounds awesome to me. I did realize one thing too. We never really fleshed out instead of like the full hop bear or like like the full hop double jumping so much. What should you do in that space in the meantime? So I'll give you that answer. If getting called out for full hop or double jump, what should I do instead? Watch what other top players do outside of full thing. Or it doesn't even have to be top players, or like good players, other foxes. What do they do?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, you can just find some suggestions and be like, oh, I can try that and see what happens in your own games and figure out how it's good or bad.
Hmm.
Cool. Yeah, I think this is good because it has like something direct for you to work on, which is, how to practice this. It has an open question where like if you're curious about learning, from top players and stuff like that, you can do that. And then this one is like I would say this one's kind of easy to you don't have to practice, I think, really any of these. It's just this is one that like can go directly into the goals, if you
Hmm.
set for yourself for friendlies. Like you just like do this more, mix it up between these two.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this too. It was a super fun session, Rodrigo.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad that you had fun. I had fun. For like this is probably like the most this is probably the most I've put into like quite a bit of things. I would say like putting this time into like a game. Yeah, this is probably the one game I've done that.
Oh yeah, like I mean, okay, let me look how long this stream has been going for. It's been a while. It's definitely been an hour. It's been an
Yeah.
hour and 45 minutes, basically. Oh, Kay rated with a party at three. What's up, Kay and Moo? We were just finishing up actually some analysis with Rudayg0, and we were talking about how long it took us to analyze this one game, and yeah, I think that this is overkill if like you're just trying to get something small, but I think it's good because like the more you talk about melee, the more you like are able to learn pretty much and like
Hmm.
improve your
And
baseline.
I yeah, and for a fact, like I would say like the only other people you can talk about melee to is people who play melee. So it's like it's not like I could just like bring this up to anybody and be like, yeah,
Yeah,
I need to really work on my drop punishes. Like I have a lot of drop punishes, and it's just like I
yeah,
have no idea what you're talking about.
yeah, totally. Um, and yeah, I think too. One thing is like if you don't have access to me because like I'm busy or because we can't schedule stuff for a little while because we're always like missing each other. You can always talk to like even people in LOM, like even if they can't understand your experience exactly because they're not like a Fox man or something, you can still like be able to like learn from them and like have a bouncing board for ideas and stuff like that. Like I think it's always just good to talk about melee if you're ever looking for extra years with people around you. So
Hmm.
and yeah, what else was I gonna say? I was gonna say too, yeah, like I think it's good that we stop here because we'll probably see more of the same if we like keep analyzing, especially like I
Yeah.
guess the way I would do this is like I always like I only really need to like watch one replay of myself too, like because then I have stuff to work on, after that. It's like
Hmm.
until I
And
make
then
those
it's then
changes,
you're just
I don't.
you'll
Yeah.
end up finding those particular like occurrences happening over and over and over again.
Yep. Totally. But yeah, was fun. And you have the school doc. I did make it the edit so anyone can edit it. So probably don't share it with people you don't want trolling you. Um,
Okay.
and yeah, of course, I'm sure we'll talk later. I'll see you around. Let me know if you have any like follow up stuff too with this.
Oh, of
Um,
course.
cool. Well, peace, Rodeo. I'll catch you
Yep.
around then.
Yep. You have a good night. Thanks
Good
for
night.
taking your time to do this with me.
Of course. I want to see the long people succeed, especially if you're like looking to do that, like looking to improve.
Hmm.
So
Alrighty. Well, you have a good
peace.
night.
Yep. Wow, that was fun. It was 2 hours of Fox Ditto analysis. And I think Rudayg0 has some pretty common like issues. I would say like a lot of foxes can't like. I would say, especially if you're like inspired by like Mango or someone who doesn't grab that much. Like a lot of them are inspired to not grab, but grab is it's the core. Okay, sorry. Hot Boss, what's up? And then Mukavo, when Divine Senator Kelly going to analyze my sets? I think you're missing a word there. When am I gonna do it though? I mean, um, basically whenever, Moo. The reason I did it with Rudayg0 is because Rudayg0 messaged me and like, hey, can we analyze some stuff? And then we set up a date, and it kept getting pushed back because one of us was busy or the other. But like, yeah, all you have to do is ask, and I think I might start doing like a queue for this, so it's a little bit more organized, and like I might do it like a pay what you want model to Rain, like as part of our fundraising. But if you also have subbed or donated in the past, then it's like you've done your dues, so feel free to just cash in on that. I think what I'm gonna do. Wait, oh, dude, I'm such an idiot. If anyone is listening, I don't know if Mukav or Hawkboss is still here. So now that I export Twitch VODs to the YouTube channel, is there any good way to cut off the YouTube exporting here, or or do I need to stop stream? Like, is that the best way to do it? Because I would still hang out with people if people wanted to, but no, probably need to edit videos. Ah, editing, my worst fear. Okay, in that case, I think we'll just raid someone. Oh, you're streaming to YouTube? I'm not streaming to YouTube directly. I just export the videos and then it goes directly to YouTube, like the Twitch stream. So I was wondering if there's any good way to segment it so only like a specific part of the Twitch stream goes, but that might be not doable. Oh, you might be able to cut it in the YouTube editor. That's actually a good possibility. Hmm, I think I don't want to bother with the YouTube editor stuff. I think I'm actually going to retire for the night. Um, 'Cause you haven't eaten, so we're just gonna raid someone. Thanks, Kay, for the raid, and Hawkboss and Moo for joining. Bill as well for stopping by. Let's raid my good friend Dev from Hev. Dev is a pretty good Mark player, and he's super chill and nice and sweet. So we'll raid Dev. Yeah, and I encourage you to follow the Dev's channel if you like chill melee and super nice people. Okay, but peace, everybody.